Once upon a time, there were two black men. One named Telvin, the other one named Christian. Both known for praising their snow queens while putting down black women in the process. Both slain by said snow queens. One with a bullet, the other with a knife. And once again, social media is split as to how to respond. Rest in peace, or you brought this on yourself.
Oh, so fabulous.
Hi guys, welcome back to the channel once again. It's your girl Dumebi. If this is your first time coming across my channel, you're welcome. I do hope you decide to subscribe, and if you are a returning subscriber, you guys know that I love you. It's so good to have you here once again. Welcome back. So this video is strictly for educational purposes. Do not go searching out anybody that I talk about in this video. Don't send them any form of hate comment, threats, or violence. This channel does not support any of that. So recently there's this story that has been going around. Everybody has been talking about it, and first of all, I saw the hashtag rest in preference, and I was like, what is this? That seems to be the catchphrase for this whole thing that is happening. So an African American man by the name Telvin was unalived by his palm-colored girlfriend. So at first it was made out to look like a mistake, being that she was just cleaning her pew. By pew, I'm talking about the weapon that was used. You guys just permit me, there are a lot of words I will not be able to use so that this video does not get demonetized or taken down by YouTube. So please, you're going to have to read in between the lines. So just stay with me. So at first it was made to look like it was a mistake because she was cleaning her pew and then it went off, and I think apparently she was the one that even called the police, and it was said that she was cooperating with the police and they had even gone out the night before and had some alcohol and all of that. But things are beginning to take a different turn now, and it's looking like maybe it was not a mistake.
A new mugshot released for 25-year-old Hannah Cobb, facing felony involuntary manslaughter charges in the death of 30-year-old Telvin Osborne. This after the community and social media erupted this week after no immediate arrest was made in this case. According to a Burke County incident report, deputies responded to Western Estates on 4 Points Road Sunday morning for a wound. At the home, they found 30-year-old Telvin Osborne in the upper chest. Deputies say the suspect, Hannah Cobb, called deputies and was applying pressure to the wound when they arrived. Cobb told deputies her and Osborne had been out all night and recently got home. Cobb told deputies in the report she was checking her firearm as they do every night. That's when the gun went off, hitting Osborne. Cobb told deputies she thought the gun was unsafe while checking it.
So obviously the family are not taking it well and are trying to even get justice for their brother, for their son. Do you know the way black people always get on cases like this, especially when it has to do with palm color people deleting or unaliving a black person? Black people are ready to come out and demand justice, but in this case that is not happening. And this basically is because people went through the pain of going to search out this man's history on the internet. You guys, this is actually why we have to be careful what we post on the internet, because it will always come back somehow to bite you in the ass. So they went searching for this man's post and they found out that he had nothing good to say about black women. And if you guys know, there is no justice march, there is no fight for justice without black women. Black women would do all it takes to demand justice. They are resilient. So if you're up here on the internet disrespecting black women, putting down black women to uplift your palm-colored, in quote, preference, your palm-colored preference, then I think you've just lost the battle before it even started. So black women have actually been making videos talking about why they will not be lending their voice to this fight to demand for justice, and how this is actually none of their business. Some people think he serves him right, and black men are also not left out of it, because there was also this tweet that surfaced. You guys, when I saw this tweet about black women talking about how he would rather mess with a dog than with a black woman, and the dog should even be white, for emphasis on how much he wants whiteness and wants nothing to do with black women, I was livid. Any black woman would be offended by that, and I do not even want to know what it feels like to be a black woman related to a black man who would go on the internet and post something like that. At this point, let's just hear what people have to say.
So this black man, Telvin Osborne, who made it his entire personality to let everybody know how much he hates black women, I mean, every chance he got, he talked about some, hear ye, hear ye. I hate black women. Made a tweet that said he would rather f a dog than f a black woman. And then he followed it up with, it gotta be a white dog though. His white baby mama told him. Well, y'all have got to unpack this buffoonery and go talk to that lady, because this hatred and visceral reaction that you have towards black women to the point where it puts your life in danger is crazy. All because of what? Your mother didn't love you enough, or that black girl in 3rd grade didn't want to share her crayons with you? Like, what the Y'all really need to unpack this shit. Y'all be talking about some, yeah, black females are just loud and ghetto, white women just bring peace. That lady gonna bring you a piece of steel. And his family member, I think it's his brother, is mad because the support for Telvin is as empty as a J-Lo concert tour. Like, girl, what did you expect? This man has a digital footprint of consistently bashing black women, and you want us to be upset that he's no longer here to continue his buffoonery? Please be serious. I'm gonna hold your hand with a napkin in between when I say this. All I have is concepts of thoughts and prayers. May he rest in preference. Hope this out. Peace and love. Talk to you later.
Hannah Cobb said it was an accident, so it must have been an accident. Because who am I to say that this submissive, soft-spoken, feminine, fit, and friendly white queen is lying? Who am I to say that? And who am I to donate my black dollars to anything dealing with Telvin? Maybe one of them white dogs that he referenced in his tweets want to donate some money, but not my black dollars. Make sure you remember that the stuff that you say in life will follow you in death, right? So don't think that you can just go around here saying whatever you want to, doing whatever you want to, and then when you pass away, we supposed to all of a sudden forget the crazy stuff that you was out here doing and saying, and we supposed to just forgive you. No, I like to treat people the same way I would have treated them if they were still alive, right? I like to give them the same energy. And for this, I'm going to keep my black dollars to myself. I'm going to keep my black support to myself. And whatever happens, happens, because like I said, it was an accident.
For those of you that don't know, there's a story that's developing about a brother named Telvin Osborne that was unalived by his WHYTEE girlfriend. And instead of coming together to mourn or demand justice, maybe do a little organizing, brothers and sisters online have decided that because of his anti-black tweets and Facebook posts, this brother deserves what he got. As someone that consistently has made content warning brothers of the dangers of playing in the snow, I gotta tell y'all why this is wrong. Reason number one, he's gone. He's gone, like he's gone. I guess maybe it's just me, right? Because I'm used to when a brother is unalived, the YT folks are usually the ones trying to justify it and scrutinize the victim and find things to make it seem like it was a reasonable thing to do. But I don't know when it happened. Maybe, I don't know, maybe I missed it, but we all became Dr. Umar overnight. And not even like the real Dr. Umar, like the social media version of him. And now black people, especially the sisters, are so pro-black that when a brother passes away at the hands of a YT person, we can now look up their history online and decide whether or not his life mattered. Okay, reason number two, she is still alive. She's still here. She's still here with us. So it don't matter what he posts. We not doing this for him. We need to do it for us because she's still here with us. I don't know our people are serious about liberation when those people are scared to touch a hair on one of our heads. I don't care who we're dating. They should be afraid. They should dread the day that they touch one of us. But you're also worried about the social media posts of someone that is long gone, that you're not going to speak out against the violent threat and the injustice that was done in front of our face. I mean, I'm glad Jeffrey Dahmer happened before Facebook. And how do you think them people sound listening to all of this? Oh, it's okay to unalive someone if I'm dating them. The community will support me if I'm just dating them. They'll just quiet down and go away. You just got to date them first. Now, if this was a Jonathan Major situation and he was still alive, but he was facing some consequences, then yeah, that ain't none of my business. You should have known what you was getting yourself into, brother. It is not our job to defend someone who turned their back on the community. I agree. We're not defending him. He's gone. He's gone. We're supposed to be defensive of our own people enough that when a life is taken and the person that took that life is still here with us, that we at least are holding that person accountable as best we can. Y'all are treading down a slippery slope. We have become so numb to black males being unalive that we will now search the internet and go back years to find reasons not to care. To that man's family, I'm sorry for your loss. We want justice for Brother Telvin. He may have said some problematic things, but that heifer has to pay. We are not going to normalize this. And to the young brothers out there, Black Queens forever, you know the rest.
Some of y'all about to be real mad at what I'm about to say. Actually, a lot of my supporters are black women, so y'all probably gonna appreciate what I'm about to say. However, may this man rest in peace, but I'm gonna talk about what's been going on down my timeline. So, Telvin, or Telbo Rackens as he went by, was and unalived by his girlfriend on February 23rd. So apparently they went out to the club, came home, got into an argument. He ended up and unalived, and she said it was an accident because she was cleaning her gun and it discharged, which was later found out to be untrue. Now, the family is all over social media like, we need justice, wanting the black community to rally around and support. However, the problem is, one thing the internet is never gonna let you do is forget who you really are and forget the shit that you say on the internet. Because this man made his whole identity about dating white girls. Like Twitter page, Team White Girls, all of that, every day. So the internet, because they messy and they like to let you know who you are a lot of the times, or who at least you put on the show to be, right? They started posting all his Facebook posts, his Twitter posts, and I think one of the posts said, I would rather fuck a dog than a black girl. Here's my problem, right? My audience is predominantly black women. Y'all know I'm hashtag protect black women all day, every day. But you did all of this chasing, and you chased it to glory. Now, y'all expect the black community and black women to support this man after the shit that, like, I don't even want to go into detail about the shit he was tweeting because it's ridiculous. And it's like the family like, oh, y'all in the comments being negative, yada, yada, yada. Nobody's being negative. They just letting you know that we ain't here for it. It's crazy because this is not the first instance of this that we've saw. Because remember the white girl African boy, the OnlyFans girl, that African boy, her boyfriend, and his family wanted us to rally too because she was out at the bar the next night with a daddy. Same thing happened with him. He disgraced black women all down the timeline, and the internet didn't let them forget who the he was. Now let's be very clear, because they do that, and it puzzles me because black men who try to disparage and disgrace black women on the internet especially have black moms, sisters, cousins, grandmas, aunties, like the list could go on and on. So you seeing all of that, so is that what you really think about your Obama? And I'm gonna go on record and say this, and I'm gonna who don't like it. We on Team D rally for black women, and anybody who disrespects black women, may they rest where they lay, okay? Because when he was praising white women, ain't nobody step in and say, sir, you wrong. None of the family, nothing. Nobody was commenting. But not that one of them took him to glory, y'all confused as to why. We like, The black community has to stop being these backup plans for motherfuckers who put those others on a pedestal while trying to demean or belittle us. That man told us exactly where he stood in life. And in death, we are respecting his wishes. Call them white bitches you was praising.
Hannah Osborne, she actually unalived Telvin. Hannah was YT, Telvin was black, and Telvin is the same man who came on social media and said he'd rather F a dog before he F a black woman. Once again, Hannah unalived him. She was allegedly cleaning her GUN, and then all of a sudden it went off. Who believes that? I don't know. Maybe the media. But I'm here to tell you right now, because the color of her skin, because where this happened at, she's going to get a slap on the wrist, okay? I'm pretty sure it's going to end up something like, oh, I was going through a DV situation. Something like that. She got to make herself look good, okay? Anyways, RIP to Mr. Telvin. Black people, we gonna mind our business once again, okay? Telvin was the same one who said when you see him, he is going to identify as WHYTE. But I do send my condolences out to Telvin and his family during this hard time. Fuck it. She's a white girl. He's a black man. They live in Georgia. We gonna see how this ends.
Alright, to shine some light on the Telvin Osborne, Telvin Rackett situation. Where he's from, where I'm from, our counties border each other. So interracial dating, for saying a black man dating a white woman, this is like, it don't never really bode well. I know this because my dad spent prison time behind that. He was 18. He was messing with an older white woman, probably like in her 40s, and she had a name in our community So she ultimately was about to be found out. Oh, she's willing to sleep with a black man. Well, she pressed charges, said he raped her. He went to prison. He spent prison at Alto, which was one of the worst prisons in the state of Georgia, if not the country. And it was like in the early to mid 80s. So he's 18 years old in prison for being falsely accused. But the only way he got out because she was stricken with cancer, and on her deathbed she wrote a letter to the state demanding for his release. So that's how he got out early. Another situation that happened like that, a girl that was our school's guidance counselor, when she was in high school, like in the late 90s, early 2000s, she was on the cheerleading squad. That's with a black dude that played on the football team. She got caught. She yelled at rape. Man went to prison. She went on with her life. So that to me, that the shooting part could be a little new word, but that's like I said, from the knowledge that I may or may not know. But what I will say is for him to downgrade black women the way he did was wild. Because bro, you talked all that shit about black women. Your mother's black. If you got sisters, they're black. You got cousins, they're black. Friends that's black. Whatever the case may be. You did all of that just for your life to be taken by the snow bunny. That don't make no sense, bro. So now folks seeking for justice and whatnot, which I'm not saying they shouldn't. I mean, you lost a loved one to some bullshit. But don't expect black people to be in a situation where they're going to care. Because why would they care? You laid in that bed, so now you gotta live with that. It is what it is. But yeah, just be shedding some light on what took place and why, in my mind, is not even surprising.
So I understand. Yes, I understand why black women want to sit this one out. I do not expect any black woman to be out there making videos seeking for his justice or out there marching or whatever. From what I'm seeing people post online, a lot of black women, even black men, are not interested because he made a post about black men. Now, as if that's not bad enough, his relative, I don't know if that was his brother or his cousin, I've seen like 2 videos he made.
It's understandable if someone makes a post in the past and the family comes out and says, you know, we don't agree with his thoughts, but we still hope that you guys continue for us to receive justice. But instead of doing that, we get this.
I'm bullying a bitch. Boy, listen here. I fight for real. Y'all ain't talking about shit. My cousin said what he said 11 years ago. Why y'all bitches find the time to go down somebody's timeline? Goddamn. And the only bitches that mad is the black middle bitches. Goddamn. What you mad for? Y'all ain't gonna get no screen? What you mad for? And to that bitch, the realest, whatever, the whole that shared my post. Listen here, bitch, we ain't asked you to be no lawyer. We ain't asked you to be no doctor. We ain't asked you to be no preacher. Hell, we ain't even tell you to mind our business. That's the wrong with y'all black folk now. Y'all always telling somebody business. Damn right, my cousin said, goddamn, he'll f a white dog before he f a black bitch. And he meant that. Y'all hoes ain't shit. Yeah.
So what we're going to do is, because the only people that I was seeing post about this was black women. But since you want us to mind our black ass business, we will. And if she gets off with it, she gets off. Because one thing about it, especially I've learned with TikTok, the internet is a powerful place. A lot of justice has been served due to the fact that it hits social media and it spreads nationwide. But now this is going nationwide for the wrong reason. So just a reminder, watch what the f you say on the internet.
Oh, let me guess, cause y'all black bitches know y'all ain't shit. Ooh, sweet baby Jesus. Huh? Yeah, they don't want me up. They don't want me up. They don't want me up. I tried to grieve in peace. Motherfucker calling me every 30 seconds. Hey man, you see what this is about? I gotta tell these people, hey man, y'all stay off Facebook, man. Oh, I say it again. Damn right, my cousin said he'll a white dog before he one of you black miserable bitches. That was typical. Had your duckers in a row, he probably would fuck with you. Ain't nobody time you drummified bitches. Look, this is exactly what he was talking about. This better yet, Y'all showed the prime example why he said he'll do what he did.
Do you guys see? So that brother is standing 10 toes down, basically co-signing what his late brother said about black women. Obviously, they have that in common. They do not like black women, and they do not waste time to make it known on the internet that they do not like black women. So I support black women deciding to stand down. Burn your capes, black women. This is not our fight. But then, for the sake of conversation, I also want us to talk about this from this angle, because I don't know if it's a cultural thing or how I was raised, or maybe it's just my personality, but there's this thing about not talking bad about the dead because, you know, they've moved on. So when someone who has passed away, you know, when the conversation comes up and there are some not very nice things that they have done, I tend to not really speak about it as harshly as someone else might do. So I would rather not, you know, make a video to talk about how he deserved it, or to laugh, or to say free Hannah Grace like I've been seeing some people post. I would basically not make those kind of comments or those kind of videos. I would rather just be mute. And that is what I want us to talk about, because now we see people from our community making these videos, basically talking about how he deserves it, how he got what he was asking for, and things like that. And I want to really know what you guys think. What message do you think us making these videos and comments like this on social media about this man, what message do we think it could be passing to this rate to deceased palm color people who like to unalive black people? Could we by any chance be sending the message to these people that, okay, it is okay to unalive those of us who are, in quotes, self-hating, anti-black, those who have gone online to bash maybe black women or black men, members of the community? It is okay to unalive them, and you can get away with it because we are not going to be standing 10 toes down seeking for justice. Could we indirectly be sending this message that we are giving them a free hand to do whatever they like with those kinds of people? And then again, do you guys think, for the sake of the grieving family, that black people should not be out here making these videos and these comments, kind of like mocking or rubbing it in that this man passed away by the hands of his, in quotes, preference? I've said this several times on this channel that I do not like people who come out and talk about how they are black but will never date a black person. Be you a man or a woman, I see no reason why you should be putting down people from your race. And I think the word preference is just another silly excuse that people use to mask the self-hatred. When you say, oh, it's just my preference, I prefer palm color people, is a preference. The way that word has been used has actually made me dislike that word. Whenever I just hear that word, I think that is just a way people mask their self-hatred and their anti-blackness when it comes to their choice of who they want to be with. But let this also serve as a message to black people who hate the color of their skin, especially the black men who like to put black women down just to uplift palm-colored women who at the end of the day can do anything with you and get away with it because the system would always favor them over you, and also denigrating your people just so you can uplift a palm-colored woman. Be careful how much of that energy you put out there, because eventually it can always come back to haunt you. So I want to know your thoughts in the comment section. Does being anti-black and choosing to date someone outside your race equate to you being ignored when something bad happens to you in the hands of this person that you decided to be with outside your race? I want to know what you guys think about that. But all in all, it is really a sad situation that, first of all, a black man had so much self-hate for himself, and then it is also a tragic incident that he passed away the way that he did. Let's know your thoughts in the comment section. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.